Here we go. Zidon Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. Yes, you are getting another one this week. But I am here with my fellow host,
Captain Jack.
And we are going to be talking about Skandar and the Unicorn Thief. This is mostly going to be our first thoughts. Obviously, you guys have heard my thoughts on it multiple times at this point. But Jack just finished it. So
Yes, I did.
So you want to tell them your first, just get out all your thoughts?
Well, my first thought when I first opened the book was, this is some anime hair bullshit. Because the further I got into the book, the more I realized that his name was goddamn Skandar for no good reason whatsoever ever. There's absolutely no fucking reason for this kid to have an off-the-wall name. Not one.
Yeah.
The next most off-the-wall name was only quote-unquote off-the-wall because it was Irish. But even that made sense because the person who owned that name was probably from Ireland. So, that being said, thank you TikTok for teaching me how to pronounce the name Knave, Niamnh. So, now I know how to pronounce Knave, and I think that's right, if I'm recalling correctly. Anyway, great name, but what the fuck? Skandar. So, anyway, yeah, his name is Skandar for no reason whatsoever, and it really pisses me off, because his sister's name is Kenna, and his father's name is Robert, and for most of the book, you think his mom's name is Rosemary, which is like the third most off-the-wall name, but at least it's still a name, unlike Skandar.
But to be fair, Skandar is also the name of the player or the person who played what's his name? Edmund in
Edmund. Yeah, and look what he did.
Yeah.
He became a full main character.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Alright? So I'm not wrong here.
Yeah.
Skandar, I was like, this is some anime main character hair bullshit, because his name is Skandar, everyone else's name is like Mitchell. They weren't even creative. Like, in the same story, they have the dad named Robert, and a girl, another main character named Roberta.
Yeah. Of course.
Come on now.
You don't call her Roberta
I know
to her
that Roberta
face.
hates being called Roberta. She's Bobby.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, well, point still stands, right?
Yeah.
Even like his nickname, the name his unicorn gets, it's just normal. It fits in with all the others. In fact, it's probably the least weird of the unicorn names. Like, quite honestly, it pretty much matches what he is. He's a black unicorn with a white stripe down his face. His name is Scoundrel's Luck. Like, that checks out to me.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the more normal ones.
Absolutely.
And his writer is goddamn Skandar Smith. Smith. Are you fucking kidding me? So, that was my rant for the first part of the book. As I was reading it, I was like, this is the dumbest thing. And then, like, even the Islanders, who are supposed to be kind of weird, they have names like Aspen.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's pretty normal still.
Yeah.
Might be like an American normal, but it's normal. So, it was good. That was good. I will say, the plot twists, for all the cliches in this book, I did not see these plot twists coming.
Yeah, fair enough. Like,
there's a few aggressive left turns that I just did not see.
Yeah, but looking...
Do we want to give a spoiler warning for this, or do we want to just avoid spoilers?
Let's just make it... let's go ahead and just say it right now. This video is going to contain spoilers, because we're going to talk about pretty much everything that's in the book, and expect that the next Skandar video is probably going to be the one that we're going to talk about the fact that the next book is coming very soon. So,
yes.
Yeah. Like the next one is probably going to be the us talking about or breaking down the new cover, which is coming out on the 7th. So, yeah, that's fun.
I'm so excited.
Fair enough.
Okay, so now that we've said spoiler alert, I would like to say that the first left turn was him not being allowed to take the test.
Yeah.
So I get the point, but at the same time, it's like, well, if they knew he was gonna fail because he was a spirit wielder, why not just let the fucker fail?
Well,
Like, if you wanted to tip him off the island, just let him fail. I mean, he would assume that he failed and call it a day.
yeah.
Instead, they just barred him from taking it, which should have automatically told him that something was not right.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have. He should have been like, "Why? What the heck? Something's not right here. Did I already fail or did I already pass?"
Exactly.
But yeah. But luckily, it's just because of the fact that he is a spirit wielder and he would not have been allowed on the island.
Right.
Which
What confused me is how Agatha got his name on the list. That one blew me away. I could not figure that out.
my guess is well, from what it sounded like, she worked hand in hand with whoever was on that one ship or that one helicopter.
Yeah.
And they basically snuck his name onto the list. Remember, she's also like pretty high up in the like. She is the only spirit wielder who's allowed to be free.
True, she is the executioner. I did forget about that. You do find out later that she's actually pretty important.
Yeah. So the fact that she's able to pull some strings doesn't really surprise me too much because like they don't want someone because one, she's known to be the executioner, so she would people probably fear her, and two, people are probably like, yeah, we need to fix the system. Like my guess is that some of the people that are actually the ones who are going over to the island are probably or doing the transportation are spirit were people who were spirit horses, had spirit unicorns.
You know what? I bet that's true.
Because like yeah, the one guy, he was really young and he wasn't allowed to and his unicorn was killed pretty early, so him being a teacher makes sense. A lot of the older ones, yeah, that makes sense that they would be trapped away, but there's gotta be a lot more people, more kids that had spirit unicorns that obviously were kids when their unicorns were killed. So probably
Right.
And they're all adults at this point. So
Yeah. That would make sense.
so
And then,
like yeah, he's under a lot more lock and key, but he was also like a bit older. So
Mitchell really pissed me off first.
yeah, he was
I
the
mean-
absolute worst by the at the beginning, but by the end he became like my favorite character.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like calling things out like a few pages beforehand. It's like, and it's as things are coming together. So like those of us who are like, oh yeah, something feels off here, and this is gonna be happening. He's the one who's saying these things.
Yeah.
So he's kind of that character that I think anyone who kind of predicts things like that as they're happening are gonna love him because he's like just he's them. He's me. Because yeah, I didn't. Even he was saying pretty early on that he thinks that he thought that the teacher was the was the Weaver, which I was agreeing with him at that point. I think I might have thought it a little bit sooner than he did, but at the same
But
time,
the teacher wasn't the Weaver.
huh? Yeah, the
But
teacher
the teacher
wasn't the
wasn't.
Weaver, but I thought that at first, and then as the hints are starting to come in that Skandar's mom is still alive, it's just all the pieces were starting to click it, and I was like, oh, oh shit, it's her, and then he comes around and is like, it's her, it's your mother, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bravo, bravo.
That one hit me as soon as he realized his mom was alive.
Yeah, exactly, and that's kind of
And I was like, oh, god damn it. No!
it's a you are my mother.
Yeah. I was like, I swear to fucking god, if she's the Weaver. And then she was, and I was like, I hate everything.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be another bigger bad than the Weaver though, because
Yeah.
like something just doesn't like the fact that they revealed that she's the Weaver in the first book, that feels really early, especially considering the fact that that she has stated that she wants to make 5 books. So,
Huh.
yeah. Like there's one for, it's one for each year, kind of like pretty much all young adult things. So yeah, she's planning to do one for each year, and also with that she also wants to do one for each of the 5 elements. So yeah, so this one was fire. The next one, she's already revealed that it's going to be water.
Nice.
So I have no idea which one is going to be next. Actually, one sec. Let me check something. I have a pamphlet. Huh. Okay. So I have this little pamphlet that has all of the elements on it. And the way that they organize it is wind, earth, fire, water, spirit. Fire is all fire's in the middle, and then in the on the other page that they show them, it's the same order. It's just that they well, actually no, it's a slightly different order, where it's water, fire, air, earth, spirit.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if that might be a hint as to the order that things are going to be airing in. So, like, we got fire, we have water. I do think that spirit, no matter what, is probably going to be the last one.
Yeah.
But I think that my guess is that air is going to be the next one, and then earth.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Hard to say right now. And another factor that that I'm wondering though is, since they have 4 people in their treehouse at this point, and Skandar's basically taking up water, but now that everyone knows that he's a spirit wielder, so will they have to get a water wielder added to their group?
I think since Spirit Man can wield all of them really fucking well, I think they're probably just gonna leave it.
Yeah, probably. But also another thing, I love that like everyone is kind gets their specific element based off things that are kind of out of their control, basically their personality and stuff. So what I'm wondering then is, what with the fact that they can be, it is decided not by things beyond their control, it makes me think that quite possibly wait, I've lost my train of thought. I think what I was trying to say is that it's interesting that it's similar to how the hat in Harry Potter works, but rather than dividing the classes, they specifically choose to bring them together. Like, you have to learn from your peers, based off
Yeah.
that got chosen into different groups. I think that's a
I actually like that concept.
yeah. That's what I was trying to say. Like Harry Potter, there's a clear divide between each of the different groups. While here in Skandar, there's very little divide. It's basically just some people are bullies, and it doesn't matter what their element is. Yes, people
True.
are scared of spirit wielders, but that's literally because they are the only ones that can basically kill a unicorn.
Oh yeah.
Like that's fucked up. So, and they can do a lot of really messed up shit. Like the Weaver literally takes control of unicorns
And people.
and people. So, I'm intrigued to see exactly what they're going to do. And Skandar is already kind of learning how to do that stuff.
Oh yeah. He's advanced.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm intrigued to see how exactly he's going to use the other elements. But yeah, I'm also intrigued if like I'm wondering if anyone else is going to be able to teach him how to use the spirit element. Because yeah, everyone that is currently able to wield a spirit has the spirit is either arrested or is possibly similar to a teacher. They weren't allowed to have their unicorns at a very young age. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that's going to turn out. And that is another thing that kind of bothers me. From the sounds of it, pretty much all kids from the island go up to the doors. So I'm surprised that no other spirit unicorns have happened.
Imagine that they'd see the signs before the kid is old enough.
And then basically be like, no, you're not allowed to go up there.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's the case, because like like we only really see what's going on from the side of the mainlanders, rather than the ones that actually are born on the island.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, interesting. Last nerd chat, I told you that my version actually has some extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, all it is it's a extra little note from A.F. Stedman, basically explaining, basically thanking a whole bunch of people, and then I think it's a redone chapter 6, and it just it has little footnotes at the bottom, and that's basically
Oh.
so it's kind of interesting. I think that it's very interesting if you want to look more into it, but it's not going to be like a huge deal breaker to not have that stuff.
Yeah.
And you can probably find it in other locations if you really want to. So, yeah. So, then there's another thing. You read the American version completely, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not really a huge difference between the American version and the British version. It's basically the same as what you would imagine from the difference between Harry Potter, the British version, and Harry Potter, the English version. Like, there's just like these little details or these little words that are switched because of the fact that they mean different things, and yeah. Punting.
Yeah, like in Skandar where he says he grabbed his hoodie, and I know for a fact they don't call it that in England.
Yeah, they call every single, like, anytime where they mention hoodie, they say jumper in the British version, which that is the audible version, is the British version. So, if you want to know what the British version says, check out the audible version. So, or I guess the audiobook version for wherever else you want to listen to audiobooks. I don't know if Libby has it because I haven't checked, but Yeah, Audible definitely has it. That's where I listened to it, and it was. I think that was also kind of fun because I actually chose to sit down and read Skandar, like actually sit down and read it while I was actually listening to it. So that was fun. It was fun to see the differences right off the bat.
Not bad.
Is your dog being annoying? Hello?
What?
Was your dog being annoying?
Yes.
Of course she was. So, who is your favorite character, would you say, of the Skandar crew?
Probably Mitch. He just has a lot going on.
Yeah, and
He's got a lot of things I relate to where he's been told one thing all his life and been expected to live up to it.
yeah,
And it's really hard.
yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people really like Mitch. I think he's probably going to be a lot of people's favorite characters because he's been through a lot. He's struggled. I imagine that some people will absolutely love Flo and love Bobby. Skandar is kind of eh.
Okay.
But he's supposed to be like kind of meh because he's the main character.
I have another rant.
Okay, shoot.
Flo. Her full name is Florence.
Yeah.
Okay. Florence. Her twin brother is Ebenezer. Totally fine. Florence and Ebenezer. No big deal. They go by Ebb and Flo.
That's funny. I didn't think about that. Holy shit.
I'm reading it, and they're in a complete sentence that it made me read with my own eyeballs was said Flo to her twin brother Ebb. Me. Are you fucking kidding? Did you just make me read that with my own two eyeballs?
Ebb and flow. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. So the question is, who nicknamed
me, I have to go murder A.F. Stedman.
No. She rocks.
True.
She did a really good job on this book. And I can't wait to read the second one.
Agreed.
Like, I don't really know what they're going to go with for that because, yeah, this one didn't really end on a cliffhanger. Which, that's surprising.
Thank God.
Yeah. Like, most, like, early books really don't usually end on a cliffhanger. But they still, but it's kind of hard to say exactly what she's gonna do with the next book. So I don't know. Like obviously,
call me crazy, but I think it's gonna have something to do with going and finding Erica.
Yeah. I don't know. They'll probably do. It'll be interesting to say the least. However, they decide to do things, and I really, really want to see something where Skandar or Kenna, sorry, does actually get to ride a unicorn at some point.
It would be cool.
Yeah. I do think that if they are going to do that, though, the problem is that they're probably going to have it be a wild unicorn.
Yeah.
Which is going to suck. But, you know, thinking about that as well, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing if a spirit wielder did start connecting people to wild unicorns because, like, in a peaceful way, if you get what I'm saying. So,
yeah,
like, actually going out, finding the people who were supposed to have these unicorns, rebinding them, talk to them, get their approval, because then I feel like those wild unicorns could grow, and the people who were supposed to have them would be able to learn again, and then we're not going to have a huge mess of wild unicorns anymore. They'll be able to slowly but surely take them down, because that was the biggest issue that they were having, is that wild unicorns are unkillable. So yeah, you got to make sure you got to figure out some way to eventually have them die, which also, that's another thing that I was thinking about this with Aragon and Skandar, because it obviously you're going to draw some connection between the two of them, because both of them, they have these magical creatures that are normally immortal, but when they join forces with a human or a dwarf or an elf or whatever, in Aragon's case, they do lose their immortality and will eventually die when their rider dies. Same goes for unicorns. Unicorns can die, but their master will continue to live. But if the master dies, then the unicorn dies.
True.
So it's quite an interesting factor there. But what I think is interesting is that basically unicorns, it's completely selfish. Well, I guess if it's the unicorns who are actually choosing this, then it's the unicorns are being selfless, trying to sacrifice themselves so that mortals won't be killed. But if it's the mortals who set up something long ago to make sure that unicorns never become that wild, then it's kind of fucked up. Because, like, obviously with Aragon and the dragons, there is some it's a bit it's mostly selfless. Both sides are trying to live in peace and help each other. And
True.
while in Skandar, it kind of seems like if it is if the humans were the ones who set it up years ago, then kind of seems kind of fucked up. Like, obviously it's gonna save thousands and thousands or millions, billions of lives, but who knows? Needless to say, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if they're gonna actually, like, go into details with the past of the unicorns and how they came into being.
True, that will be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what A.F. Stedman does from here on out.
Yep.
And yeah, and we should on the 8th, for us at least, we are going to we should do a video where we're going to talk about the new design of the book, because that's going to be happening on the 7th. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Also, a little bit different topic. Miraculous Season 5 is just around the corner!
That's exciting.
Yes. You have my list of all of the episodes in order, right?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay. How far, where are you currently in that? Still season
Oh
1?
gosh, I have no idea.
Why do I feel like you're still season 1?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's funny. You do like Miraculous, but you haven't watched most of it.
Correct. Yes, thank God.
What happened?
I just finally finished a quest that has been taking me 5 ever, because I couldn't find a fucking dream shard in Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, fun. Dreamlight Valley has a lot in it, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Acts are Rooney.
But yeah, you need to get caught up with Miraculous, because there's some really fucked up stuff that's happening. And honestly, I'm loving it, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this next season.
Yeah, but that requires me to think in another language.
Huh?
That requires me to think in another language.
So you want? Well, that's because you want to watch things in French.
Well, yeah, because it's originally supposed to be in French. His name is Chat Noir.
True, but you could watch it in English, and there's like they did a real they've done a really good job at dubbing it. That's something that they have been they actually work hand in hand with the Zag team to make sure that everything is accurate, and they I think they actually reanimate at least for some things they actually reanimate the faces so that they will actually match the vocals of what the people are actually saying, so that it is actually an accurate representation. It's an accurate voiceover.
Yeah.
So, unlike other things, cough cough Ghibli. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think if you want to watch it in English, it's not necessarily it's not a bad idea, especially considering the fact that it they do the entire team does work hand in hand with Zag and Awestruck to make sure that they are actually doing it properly. So there's that. um, and there's probably going to be a collaboration at some point with one of the other Zag heroes, is my guess. So we'll see we'll see what happens with that, especially since they're going to be making more Zag heroes soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, also, just random thought. So you know that tweet that I told you about the other day that I was making?
Yeah.
So she responded. She actually responded and she retweeted the video.
No way. What'd she say?
So let me actually pull it up really quick. So thank you so much for making this. I'm so glad you enjoyed Skandar. So needless to say, that makes me happy. That makes me happy that she actually enjoyed the video. So yeah, needless to say, I'm happy.
Right?
Like
That's so cool.
yeah, like occasionally you'll see like these authors and artists who will like and retweet the stuff that their fans make, like uh uh the what am I forgetting? Shirahama, whatever her first name is, the creator of Witch Hat. She'll often like retweet artwork that her fans have made, um, but like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna retweet is gonna want to see that. Um, so she's obviously done that. I have seen a few things from AF Stedman. She does. I follow her obviously, and she does occasionally like and retweet stuff that other people have done involving it. Um, Most of it's just like her being glad that people are enjoying the series. Um, Obviously, she has way more time to do this now compared to once once the series becomes more and more popular. Like, holy crap! Can you imagine once this series has become like as popular as Harry Potter or Percy Jackson?
I hope it becomes that popular.
Yeah, it absolutely should. And like, yes, she does have ways to go, but also remember this is her first book.
Yeah, how old is she?
I think she's in her 20s.
Oh, yeah, she has loads of time.
Yeah. So the point is that yes, it's probably gonna be a while before. Yeah, I don't think she actually has her age at all. But yeah, she is pretty young. So, and this is her first book. So after the Skandar series, which yeah, that's probably just going to be 5 books. Maybe she'll do some extra spin-offs and stuff. But after all of that, who knows where she's going from here. So
True.
I hope that she yeah, she does have some room for improvement, and that's the biggest thing that you're going to be dealing with any creator, especially when it's your first book. You're going to have some things that you're going to need to improve on, no matter what it is. So obviously, AF Stedman, if you see this video, please keep improving, keep making it better, because we are going to be here all the way, because we love this series, and yeah.
Agreed.
But yeah. Anyways, I think that that's probably a good spot to end this episode. It wasn't. This wasn't meant to be a long one. We just wanted to get our thoughts off the ground and talk about Skandar. We will probably talk about Skandar again if and when Joker reads the book. To hear what he has to say about it. And then obviously we're going to be talking about it's going to be next week. We'll talk about the new book cover. Obviously we'll have the we'll have episode 24 out on the 3rd or the 2nd, whatever we record it, because we'll probably record another episode of Nerd Chat on Saturday. So, yeah, needless to say, things are going. We're going places. We're going to talk about Nerd Chat. And we're going to talk about more Skandar next time. Well, maybe not next time. Not next time. The one after next time. Which probably also means that Joker will be back at that point. So he's just...
Back to...
Huh?
Back to Fernley?
Well, no, he's back. He'll probably be rejoining us for Nerd Chat because he said that he wasn't gonna be here for like 2 weeks for Nerd Chat. So he's probably gonna. My guess is that he'll probably be back for the one that we're gonna record on the 8th. My guess is that he will probably also he is gonna be able to play D&D on Sunday, but we'll see. Anyways, that's probably a good place to end it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and we will talk to you guys, well, we'll see you guys on Sunday, hopefully. Anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja.
And I'm Jack.
And we'll see you guys next time. But on...